Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Nick Little and Travis Chance of Action Phase Games, and you guys have brought us the expansion of Big Hit from last year, Heroes Wanted. This is Heroes Wanted, The Stuff of Legend!
Yes, exactly. How did you pick up on the name with the correct inflection just from reading it?
It just felt right.
Well, you nailed it.
You nailed it.
So let's assume that people are familiar with Heroes Wanted already. And
They should be.
They should be. And they're super excited to get this expansion. So what will they get from this box?
Well, what's awesome about this is, as you said, we're presupposing that you already know about Heroes Wanted if you're
Because
looking
it's
at the
awesome.
expansion.
Yeah.
Right. So what we were able to do is kind of ratchet up the complexity a little bit on this one. So we were able to add new hero types that add a little bit more complex abilities. We have 2 new hero types. One is supernatural. When they use their superpower, they curse themselves, so they get these curse tokens.
Make it rain.
And these curse tokens, most of them will make their abilities worse if they use them later, but they have a way to negate the curse tokens and get rid of them. Also, if you rest when you're cursed, you have to roll a die and deal with the consequences of whatever that die roll is. But they usually have upfront a way more powerful ability than a normal superhero.
They're bad at magic.
Yeah, essentially.
So when it works, it's great, and when it backfires, it sucks.
Right, exactly. So, and then we also have Mythic Characters. All the Mythic Characters are completely unique. Usually when you have a Supernatural character, they all play sort of similarly so that you know what you're getting into. But all the Mythic Characters, they have a bonus card that's completely different. They have an epic action that they unlock that's completely different. They start with like a static ability throughout the course of the game. So they're all, every time if you play one of them, you'll probably want to play them again afterwards because you're like, oh, I finally figured this guy out. I need to play him again. I personally was responsible for testing those, and it was like 15 or 20 games on each one of them that I had to play. Because we were designing like 10 abilities at a time, essentially. And it was like pull here, push there. So they're very cool. There's only like 7 of them in the game, and that's even if you have the expansion pack and the promos for it. Also, we were able to do 2 new boards with it. So the game comes with 1 double-sided game board. This one is super cool. It's called Portal to Peril. So in this one, there's 2 villains, and it's like they worked together to try and open a portal to an alternate dimension, but they ended up in an alternate Wyoming, where it's just populated like by zombie hillbillies, essentially. So we don't have the minions out here, but what happens is each turn, the portal spreads a little bit and then draws in the minions from one board to the other. So the villain over here in Wyoming, in this case the Undead Doll, is trying to import underlings into Zeta City. And this board has a little bit more of a co-op-y feel to it than any of the other boards, because the heroes can actually lose if they don't manage the amount of zombie hillbillies that have made it in. It has a Havoc track here, where if the Havoc track gets to 10, you're going to lose the game. So at some point you're going to have to come back and be like, whoa, we better handle these guys, or we're going to lose the game.
Just like in real life.
That's how I
You have
live
to
my
manage
life.
your zombie
Very
hillbillies.
closely
Right, exactly.
emulates real life.
And the back side of this board is neat. It's called, it's
Well,
a
here,
haunted...
let's flip
yeah,
it
let's flip it
over.
over.
There we go.
So it's called Ghosts and Games, and in this one, the villain is a ghost that's inhabited this local gaming store.
Which happens to be our local gaming store, the Game Preserve.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So this is the actual layout of our local gaming store, the Game Preserve. There are these 6 display tables, and at the start of the game, you're going to stack these little tokens on the corresponding gaming tables.
These are little fake games that are funny, like, Hang 5, 6 Samurai, Wonders. They all correspond. 4 Glory. They all correspond to numbers. Right?
So what he's going to do, what the villain will do in this one is he's going to possess the meeples that are in the game.
And make them into creeples.
And they pop out at you during the course of the game. So the board doesn't really start with any underlings on it, but as the game progresses, you're going to roll dice and figure out which board they're going to pop out at, and a bunch of them are going to pop out. So yeah, this one, the meeples the creeples just keep coming in at you to attack you over the course of the game.
And the thing that's neat is these are a little, we ratcheted up the complexity a little bit, and the expansion does what I think people want in an expansion. It adds more content without totally changing the rules and changing the game.
Right.
So it just gives you more of what was already great about the game, and adds a couple new things within the confines of what already existed.
Well, and I'm guessing that you would be able maybe to play with some of these, mix and match with
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the
you just shuffle them in with the stuff you already got.
right.
Yeah.
We made a conscious effort to put more people that our friends, our people that Tom Vassell, and as you see here, Z and Ryan and
Here,
Sam.
We'll put those front and center so people can get an idea.
Tom has a card called Tower, and then he's got gargoyles of Z, Ryan, and Sam Healy. Bebo from GameWire Girl, she's in it. Her daughter's in it. Here's Lance, my love of my life, the Undead Viking, who quote says, "Thanks for making me a flashlight in the game." We've got this is Jack Darwin, or as we call him, Jerk Darwin from Inside the Box. So we managed to put a lot of our friends in there. We're going to put Scott's going to be in the next one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for giving us a quick pick of the Stuff of Legend for Heroes Wanted.
This will be in stores in about 3 or 4 weeks, I would say. So
Fantastic.
we're delivering to Kickstarter backers as soon as possible.
Yep.
There we go.